Hello and welcome to Mumhari. My name is Manyenga and I'm joined by
Mungu. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Loving season 2. We're getting a lot of feedback from you. Keep them rolling in, and we're loving the feedback that we're getting here on season 2. And today we are talking about the
Haval H2.
H2. What do they call it? The H2? Is there like how many numbers are there? I know there's a Haval H2. There's an H1.
There's an H1, H2, H6, and H9.
Wow. What's with the numbers?
I'm not sure what's up with the numbers. I guess the higher you go, the bigger the car is, because the H9 is the biggest of them all.
I know the H1 is a little bit tiny.
It's tiny.
But the H2, I was pleasantly surprised, extremely pleasantly surprised.
Mungu does not know how to pronounce pleasantry.
Still
Pleasantry. Pleasantry doesn't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, the H2 has been a surprise for both of us.
Where did you get these guys? Right, it was a surprise, a big one.
It was a surprise. Just coming off the ASX, and I know everybody is hype about the Mitsubishi and all.
Yeah.
Getting into this car, number one, we'd never driven an Haval before.
Yeah.
And it's a Chinese make. There's all sorts of misconception. Chief among the people who are criticizing this car is yours truly.
Right. I was sort of like totally against it, but there's a whole history to Haval, and that's something that you made sure that you tell me in terms of that.
Yes, it is.
It's actually a certain brand for certain vehicles.
Yes, it is, and we've got the video clip. So this is the review of the Haval,
the H2 1.5 liter. Yeah,
it's a beauty, isn't it?
I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I'll buy this.
Considerably one of the most affordable SUVs, the Haval H2 boasts of a compact model hitting hard on value. Not only is its pricing competitive against its rivals, but its looks are also a total knockout for car lovers. The Haval H2 is just exquisite.
For a Chinese car, you mean?
It's quite cute. This is something that Mungu would say is a big car, small car, cute car. Doesn't make sense, but sounds nice. Anyway, what makes it look better are these LED running, daytime running lights. It's coupled with xenon headlamps as well. You've got this grille here that kind of grins at you, because it does kind of grill at you. And just in case you don't know what car this is, they put a badge there, Haval. And then from here to here, just in case you've forgotten what car this is, they remind you, Haval. Although you might be covering that with license plate. So now let's look at it from here. This car is 4.3 meters long, 1.8 meters wide, and it is 1.695 meters tall. Now, if I tell you that I'm not exactly a short person, now you've got a reference. Quite a good car. But this ground clearance of this car is only 133 millimeters. This thing won't go off-road, will it?
Definitely. This car won't go off-road. And I'm here to tell you why. With a ground clearance of 13 centimeters and a length of 4.3 meters, this car won't get you over most humps in Zimbabwe. Take for instance, the low-hanging side panels that are there to simulate some aerodynamic furniture for apparent reason, I don't know why. And it's unloaded. Just consider what would happen if this vehicle were loaded.
Guys, who's this guy? Mungu? Who's this guy? No? Nothing? Dude, this is my show, so yeah, thanks. Goodbye. We apologize for that. We have no idea who that guy is and why he's walked onto our set. I have no idea what the producers were doing, but return you to your normal programming. Now here at the back, you've got LED tail lights that is standard, and you've got this Haval badge over here, just in case you've forgotten that this is Haval. It also tells you what the engine is like. It's a 1.5 turbocharged engine, an H2 as well. It really looks really good at the back. I mean, if you're going to take it out at the back from the back, then Yeah, I would definitely marry this car. Maybe let's take a look at the boot space. Now this car, I think that's another thing that I didn't talk about. Where the reversing camera is and where you open a boot is really quite close, so you can actually make it dirty it sometimes. Should have moved it all the way that side. It would have made sense. But anyway, the boot space here is about 300 liters and it's got a load cover. This comes over here. You've got your triangle stuck on there. Underneath, it's something that Haval has done different with most of the cars in its class. Because you find that the Honda HR-V, the Mazda CX-3 don't have a spare wheel. They've decided, we're gonna give you a spare wheel. So that's great, but you don't get enough space underneath that cover. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem. You also got tethering points here, tethering points on the seats as well. And then if you want some more space, there you have it. You've got extra space here, but unfortunately, this isn't exactly flat. They fold 60-40, so yeah, but you can still slide things through there, so that will be okay.
For a Chinese car, the H2 is quite remarkable, with an engine that boasts of outstanding performance. The 105 kilowatt top power output and 202 Newton meter peak torque output can explode with amazing performance if you love fast cars, like someone I know.
Who doesn't love fast cars? Come on.
For 29,900, they must have had some sort of shortcuts. Because I mean, a vehicle like this, looking like this, crossover, and with real like butte and stiff things like that. Let's try to look at the inside of it and like the engine and stuff. Guy, who are you? My word, where did they get this guy? Right, now, 1.5 liter for a crossover vehicle that weighs this much. I don't know what they're trying to do. I have no idea why you would put such sort of engine in a car that's supposed to give you the power and the torque that they say this car produces. And I'm one of those people who says, look, I don't feel like...
Wait. This here is a 1.5 liter turbocharged H engine, meaning it's horizontal mounted into the car and it's capable of outputting 140 brake horsepower.
But why do you put it at 1.5?
1.5.
Whoever you are. In fact, why am I even asking you? Why would they do that anyway?
Yeah, 1.5 fuel economy, and even Formula 1 cars, they've got a 1.6 liter V6 engine, which is turbocharged, hybrid, and it outputs almost 900 brake horsepower. So the similar technology, the similar size, is the same size that this car
But
has.
still, I'll go for the 2-liter vehicle, which is much, much, much bigger, and that's quite important. In fact, get out of there. Get out of here. Look, I don't know where they get this guy. I have no idea what our producer is trying to do. He kind of knows what he's talking about, but we don't like him. We do not like him. Whatever the idea is. That's the biggest issue. Can you trust the Chinese? Can you trust... Now we talk about Chinese and some other guy comes in.
You're babbling. Right. The Chinese have come a long way in the automotive industry, especially Haval. Now, Haval, over the years, have spruced up this car to look how it is right now.
I hear Haval just concentrates on, you know, the trucks, the SUVs,
Yeah,
and the crossover SUVs.
Exactly.
Why?
'Cause
What's the
that's the
parent company of Haval?
The whole GWM, but the whole, come on, the whole market. The whole market is going for crossover SUVs. It's demanding for family cars. And this is it. And Haval have entered with a car like this, the H2. It's not a bad car at all.
Can you trust the Chinese?
You can trust the Chinese. This here comes with 100,000 kilometers.
Come on, what you mean to say, what this guy actually means to say, this car comes for $29,900. That's all you're thinking about. It's the money. It's the money. It's the cash, my guy.
Listen.
Look, of course, it's affordable. But is it worth the money? Is it worth the money?
Okay, let's look at the competition.
What's the competition?
You've got the Honda HR-V, you've got the Mazda CX-3, you've got the Nissan Qashqai, right? Those, yes, fine, are upmarket vehicles. They're brands, but all you're doing is buying a brand. And because this has this Haval tag on it, you're gonna throw it aside, which is not fair because this thing is competing with those 3 brands.
To be fair, I did talk about the Americans try to do it all the time. They try to make some funny sort of vehicles. They try to make some funny sort of vehicles that may look nice but don't have the intricacies that they're supposed to be having. The Chinese are doing the same thing.
What are you talking about? Have you seen the equipment in this car?
I have to see the equipment in this car. I haven't seen jack. But you're always with all Chinese business. And tell that dude from not coming, you can't be on our set all the time, my guy. Whatever the whole idea is.
Okay, we take a short break from the Haval H2.
It's time for the news. Yes, it's time for the news. You think I can sing, eh? Do you think I can sing?
Dude, you do a bad job of reviewing cars. How on earth would you? Oh gosh.
I think I'll make it. I think I'll totally make it as a musician. But anyway, it's time for the news. Information hub, as we used to call it. And biggest news coming out. You know, certain car company called Toyota.
I would be damned not to know it.
Yeah. So apparently, you know, it is confirmed that the Toyota GR86 coupe, remember, the successor to the GT86. Yeah. So apparently, they're gonna totally like
spruce it up.
Yeah. It's a 2-liter vehicle. Well, it was a 2-liter vehicle. Now it's a 2.4-liter.
Ooh. Well, how's the power?
The peak power is offered at 7,000 revs per minute. It's got a total brake horsepower of 232 brake horsepower. 232. Ooh. It's quite a beast.
Yeah,
it's Toyota. How many people understand the fact that Toyota actually make super fast cars?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit punchy, that one. In more news, this is news coming from Russia. Well, Moscow will give away cars in a prize draw for residents who get the COVID-19 vaccine.
What?
Yeah. What? Just get your jab and you're in to win a car.
I think that's like a hint.
Yes.
That's like a hint.
Let's go get get vaccinated.
But the thing, I got vaccinated already. Would it work if I then? Well, anyway, we're not in Moscow. But
yeah, we haven't.
Would it work if I like travel there and then show them my vaccination?
No, it's for if you become a resident.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm not yet.
Then how do you bring the car back?
You ship it, of course. What sort of cars are they giving away?
Well, it's. Anyway, let's move on. What do you have?
Moving on that. So apparently the MX-5, Miata. So the next generation is probably rumored. I know. Mazda does not make your type of vehicle. Mazda does not normally make electric vehicles, and they don't have much in terms of electric vehicles. But apparently, the Miata could be.
It's going to be electric.
MX-5.
Woo!
Hey, don't,
now we're talking.
Don't get overexcited.
What?
Don't get overexcited. It's not confirmed. It's going to be some sort of electric. Some sort of. No, it's not full electric. It could be a hybrid. It could be a plug-in. It could be a full electric. Who knows?
Yeah, but wasn't the weight of the Miata like the selling point? Yeah. If you add batteries, then
it will be heavier. So probably like look out for a really heavy Miata.
You know what they can do is it could be just about 200 kgs more, the couple of batteries, and then make it a hybrid.
Okay, 200 kgs. 200 kgs on a car that is celebrated because of its weight. That won't sell.
Well, if you give it a bit of performance better than the combustion engine, then I don't think anyone.
Everything is going all out of hand. Everything is totally getting out of hand.
What do you mean everything is getting out of hand?
Every single car is getting to be an electric, and that's not the way.
Not every single car. Well, where are you getting that information from?
Everything is going like electric. Why should everything go electric? Like, remember when we had a problem with the whole automatic gearboxes? Now almost everything.
Yeah, but you love automatic gearboxes.
No, they're not that bad. But obviously, a real driver drives a stick. A real driver drives a manual vehicle. Everyone knows that. Yeah. Everyone knows that.
Wait, like we said the last time, how are you going to do that in that? It'll just look ridiculous. Look, with your swag and everything, and you're busy going, oh, that's the wrong hand, isn't it?
Whatever the idea is, you still look good though. You still look
How are you going to do that? You need an automatic. You'll be chilled there with your hand out over there. Hey, how you doing? You see?
good.
So you don't
What
need
else
that.
do you have, before
I'm
we
still
close
in
out?
Russia.
Yeah.
Russia says
You're
as
not in Russia, eh?
Yep. Ambassador someday. Anyway, Russia recently said it had begun production of the Aura Senat luxury sedan promoted by the president himself, Putin. Russia unveiled plans for the Urus line in cars since 2019. Putin helped to promote its limousine model by driving it during his 2018 inauguration.
I've seen that car. I think it really looks bulky and luxurious.
It looks Russian, doesn't it?
Looks extremely Russian, but then anything Russian is nice. Remember
Yeah.
the AK?
It's a family show.
Maybe that's
It's a
not
family
the
show.
great analogy, but they make the best machines.
It's a family show
make-
about cars. How does that come into this?
Whatever the idea is, it's still a good Russian model. And I think the Russians are getting into the market, and I think they will totally make it, one way or the other. I think almost everybody's doing it. I'm sure with the Zimbabwe models, one of these days we'll be talking about them. It's going to be fun. Right, so
The AK-47 or cars?
the cars.
All right, cool.
course,
Just had
we
to
gotta-
clear that up.
Of course. Okay.
Right,
This is
that's
the Information Hub, and this is Mogaris, and we're still reviewing the Haval H2, the 1.5 liter Haval H2, and we are totally agreeing that this car. How much does it cost? How much does
We
it
are
cost?
agreeing.
How much
When
does it
we
cost?
shot this, we were agreeing.
How much does this car cost?
$29,000.
29 grand, close to 30 grand. Everything included. I think for the segment that it's actually targeted for, I think it's a really okay car. It's an okay car. It's okay. I wouldn't mind driving this car.
You know how the life support system goes when
Yeah.
you know somebody's alive and because of those troughs and
Yeah.
and things. That's what you're doing. You're like, it's a good car. It's an
Oh,
okay
yeah,
car. It's a good car. It's an okay car.
But we agree on the fact that it's a really surprising vehicle. In terms
It
of
is.
What you think and what you get on this vehicle is totally two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things.
We go back to the Haval H2 review, and we'll be giving you our scores just after that review, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, cool. I'm going on my phone.
You're on the phone.
I don't want to talk to you.
You want to get into the car?
Yeah, we could go in the car.
Whatever.
Among its many amazing features is the keyless entry system, and with the adoption of advanced wireless radio frequency identification technology, the chipset within the intelligent key carried by the owner can sense and automatically unlock and lock the doors, featuring high safety and intelligence.
Looks like someone is falling in love with the H2.
It's not so bad. Upon entering the vehicle, one is greeted by the multifunctional steering wheel, which integrates functional buttons, including audio control, Bluetooth control, and cruise control, and this integration achieves an easier driving experience. To top it off, the car also comes with a 3D multifunctional dashboard, which embodies a charming sense of technology and clearly shows the common driving information, including fuel consumption, as well as remaining driving mileage. And for the love of ease of access, the Haval H2 comes with a push start button, hence the one push of a button takes you wherever you want to be. And this is a nice move from the traditional start system, and also comes with a rich and practical audio video entertainment system. The driver's seat is also no exception when it comes to uniqueness, as it is a 6-way electrically adjustable one.
One thing that most people look for in a car is safety, and this Chinese brand has made the H2 with that in mind, and it provides you with top-level, all-round safety guaranteed. Fitted with 6 airbags and ensures all passengers of safety in the event of an accident, they immediately relieve the impact forces applied. It also comes with tire pressure monitoring system, which monitors the tire pressure in real time. This system is able to detect any hazardous conditions and substantially increase the safety factor. Also equipped with a reverse camera and park distance control, the H2 provides accurate reversing information so the driver is sure of where they are backing up into.
Now, nature lovers are treated to a ride of a lifetime in this magnificent car. I did say that. I did say it.
This is you.
Yeah, I am saying it.
You're the one who's saying this.
It's the writers. Anyway, in this magnificent car, as it comes with a panoramic sunroof that enables the passengers to enjoy the beauty of sky and its surroundings. Are you a tall or not exactly short person, as maybe you would say it?
Not funny.
Well, worry not, Manyanga. Because the H2 has you covered with front seat legroom ranging from 870 millimeters to 1060 millimeters. The rear seat legroom is between 650 millimeters and 910 millimeters. Headroom is 990 millimeters in the front and 970 millimeters in the rear. So space and comfort is guaranteed.
The Haval H2, beautiful little car. It won't go off-road much, but it's a good family car. It's got a ride height that is good. The LED lights are fantastic. What's your take?
Well, after the test drive that we had, putting it on the track and just putting it in its natural element, which is the Zimbabwean roads, I think this car was created for Africa. I think this car is ruggedy. I think this car, as an SUV, I think it's really nice. I think it performs the way it's supposed to perform. It is surprising. I've been saying this the whole show. It is surprising the amount of comfort that Haval has put into this car. It doesn't blow me away. However, for the price you're talking about, this type of car, 30K, I think it's if it's under 30K, I think it's extremely.
So if this is you not being blown away by this, what do you look like when you're blown away?
You think I look blown away?
Yeah, you are.
I'm just saying it's a nice car.
Dude, if someone else give you this car, you'd be driving off with it with a big smile on your face and telling everybody you got a Haval H2.
The Haval H2 is quite nice. However, the score will tell you exactly what I think of the Haval.
What's your score?
Look, we had a whole thing with the Triton. I think we're just being extremely too accommodative and extremely too generous. Right now, going back to the Triton, I wouldn't give it. I think I gave it like what, an 8? I think I would give it a little bit down to 6. And this would be a 5 for me. This is a 5. The H2 is a 5. It's a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
For me.
I know you're asking yourself, why are we going back to a Mitsubishi Triton? I'm as confused as you are because this guy is just all over the place. Anyway, he gives it a 5, I give it a 7. Why do I give it a 7? Because the level of comfort in there is really good. The ride height is really good. The engine was capable. The ride was soft. It was really comfortable for us in there. The interior is really good. I was not happy with the amount of equipment in there, and that's why I give it 7.
No, when you say the interior was quite okay, I kind of disagree with you on that one.
You disagree with me?
Yeah, well, there's a number of things in the interior that I wasn't, totally convinced in terms of, you talk about sturdy plastic, and I think there's a lot of stuff that just was made. I don't know how.
Wait.
Yeah,
You're complaining about the plastics in here, but you're okay with the plastics in the Mitsubishi?
The Mitsubishi was made to do a job. It's a Baki. It was made to do a job.
No, the Mitsubishi ASX, that's a direct competitor to this.
It can actually be used as a bling car. It can actually be used as a family car, which basically has to look good. It has to look good.
Anyway, that's Mugares for this week. Enjoy your viewing.
You look extremely disappointed. However, it's still a nice car. And yes, surprising. Goodbye everybody. Dude, you lighten up, my guy. You're putting on a suit.
I don't drive an ASX. Just me. I'm not gonna open the door for you. You cuckoo in there. I don't drive an ASX.